They came to Earth with plans for extermination, armed with poison and arrogance, expecting an easy conquest. But humanity is no mere victim. When pushed to the brink, we don't just survive, we fight back. What began as an invasion turned into a war of reckoning, and the invaders quickly learned the hard way. The fire of humanity's rage burns brighter than any empire's arrogance. This is the story of how the hunted became the hunters, and how Earth's vengeance reshaped the stars. The aliens, an advanced species with a long history of exterminating civilizations they deemed unworthy or dangerous, categorized humanity as an illness to be eradicated. From their perspective, humans were a destructive force, polluting their own planet and engaging in endless conflicts. To the aliens, humanity's capacity for trust and diplomacy appeared to be a fatal weakness. This arrogance and sense of superiority led them to devise a plan to eliminate the human race efficiently and without significant resistance. The aliens exploited humanity's willingness to negotiate, pretending to entertain diplomatic discussions while secretly gathering detailed biological and environmental data. Humans, eager to establish peaceful relations, willingly provided information about their biology, ecosystems, and atmosphere. The aliens found this naivety amusing and saw no need for direct confrontation. Instead, they prepared a subtle but devastating weapon, a ship loaded with a specialized pesticide designed to poison Earth's atmosphere, suffocating life without damaging infrastructure. This approach aligned with the aliens' preference for clean, effortless extermination. The plan seemed flawless. The pesticide would spread through the atmosphere, silently killing billions while leaving Earth's resources intact for future exploitation. It was a calculated, cold, and clinical approach to genocide. For the aliens, this was merely another routine mission, a predictable outcome in their long history of conquest. Humanity, in their eyes, was just another weak and trusting species destined for eradication. This confidence set the stage for their eventual underestimation of the humans' resilience and resourcefulness, a mistake that would cost them dearly. The alien plan unfolded with precision as the pesticide ship was sent to Earth. This weapon of mass extermination released a lethal chemical concoction into the atmosphere, suffocating billions of humans within a short span of time. The alien strategy was brutally efficient. Instead of engaging in warfare or deploying ground troops, they relied on science and technology to eliminate life on the planet with minimal effort. The chemical weapon attacked the human respiratory system, rendering the air unbreathable and causing mass fatalities. From the perspective of the aliens, this was another successful operation. They had executed their plan without needing to lift a finger beyond the initial deployment of the chemical agents. The silence that followed was interpreted as a sign of complete success. No resistance, no survivors, and no immediate retaliation. Earth's bustling cities were reduced to ghostly, silent ruins, devoid of life but still rich in resources. The aliens believed they had achieved their goal with the least amount of effort, leaving Earth ready for their exploitation. However, their perception of total victory masked the grim reality of what they had truly done. While the vast majority of humans succumbed to the atmospheric poisoning, the aliens failed to consider the resilience and adaptability of humanity. Survivors, who had taken refuge in bunkers, submarines, and other fortified locations, still clung to life, devising ways to communicate and organize. What the aliens viewed as a clean and final conquest was, in truth, the beginning of a human resurgence. Their complacency and overconfidence sowed the seeds of their eventual undoing. The humans who remained would become the architects of a rebellion that would rise from the ashes of Earth's devastation. Following the apparent success of the initial attack, the aliens sought to ensure that no remnants of humanity survived to pose a threat. Confident in their technological superiority, they dispatched additional ships equipped with ground forces and neutralizing agents to eliminate any surviving humans. This phase of their operation was expected to be a routine mop-up task, a simple deployment of troops to secure the planet and neutralize isolated resistance. However, things did not go as planned. The first landing party lost contact almost immediately after touching down. To the aliens, this was an unexpected setback, likely attributed to technical malfunctions or minor resistance. Undeterred, they organized a second wave, assuming their superior technology and weaponry would prevail. But this second attempt also ended in silence, with the only communication being a brief and ominous report of older chemical rockets launched against their forces. The rockets, primitive by the alien standards, were nevertheless effective in disrupting their operations. These repeated losses baffled the aliens. Humanity, which they had dismissed as a primitive and naive species, was displaying an unexpected capacity for survival and resistance. What the aliens had failed to account for was humanity's adaptability and ingenuity. Despite being technologically inferior, humans leveraged every resource at their disposal. Whether it was outdated weaponry, hidden bunkers, or their deep understanding of Earth's terrain. The aliens' failure to account for this resilience marked the beginning of their downfall. The humans' ability to disrupt and destroy alien forces sent a powerful message. Earth was not an easy conquest. The aliens' attempts to occupy and pacify the planet were met with unforeseen resistance, forcing them to rethink their strategy. For the humans, these victories, though small in scale, were monumental in boosting morale and proving that they could fight back. It was a testament to their tenacity and ingenuity, qualities that the aliens had gravely underestimated. These early acts of defiance laid the foundation for the full-scale rebellion that would later emerge, turning the tide of the conflict. After the repeated failures of their landing parties, the aliens recognized that they were encountering an unexpected level of resistance. However, instead of reassessing their entire strategy, they made a critical mistake. They underestimated the depth of humanity's resilience and ingenuity. Viewing humans as a species too primitive to pose a significant threat, the aliens decided to escalate their efforts while still relying on minimal resources. They dispatched a slightly larger fleet, comprising only 2 ships, along with another container of poison meant to finally wipe out any lingering survivors. This underestimation proved to be a pivotal error. The aliens presumed their advanced technology and overwhelming firepower would render human resistance futile. They assumed that humanity's sporadic successes were isolated incidents rather than indicative of a coordinated effort or resourcefulness. This arrogance blinded them to the growing unity and determination among Earth's remaining inhabitants. The humans, battered but far from broken, were quickly learning and adapting to the alien threat. When the new alien fleet arrived, their overconfidence again proved to be their undoing. A transmission from one of the ships, intercepted and later translated, contained an unsettling message. There are humans boarding the ship. They are wearing armor that we can't seem to penetrate. This was a turning point. Humanity, once seen as technologically inferior, had not only survived but had begun to reverse engineer alien technology and use it to their advantage. This development was shocking to the aliens, who had failed to anticipate such rapid adaptation and countermeasures from their adversaries. The aliens' refusal to fully commit their resources and treat humanity as a serious threat stemmed from their belief in their own invincibility. But this hubris came at a cost. By the time they realized the gravity of their mistake, it was too late. The humans, fueled by a collective rage and a determination to protect their planet, had turned the aliens' technology and strategies against them. This marked the beginning of a shift in the balance of power, as humanity transitioned from being the hunted to becoming the hunters. The aliens' dangerous underestimation of humanity's capability and resolve not only prolonged the conflict but also sealed their own fate. Their initial arrogance, coupled with their refusal to adapt, created the perfect opportunity for humanity to strike back with a vengeance. This miscalculation was a lesson in the consequences of dismissing an opponent's potential, a mistake that would soon bring devastating repercussions for the alien empire. As the alien invaders escalated their efforts with larger fleets and more poison-filled ships, humanity displayed an extraordinary ability to adapt and counteract. Despite the catastrophic damage already inflicted on Earth's environment, human survivors refused to succumb to despair. This resilience was not merely about survival, but about turning the tide of the conflict and exacting retribution against the alien aggressors. Humanity's counterattack began with an essential shift in strategy. Instead of relying on the conventional methods that had failed to repel the alien forces earlier, Earth's remaining forces embraced innovation and resourcefulness. Survivors in submarines, bunkers, and other isolated locations pooled their knowledge and skills, forming an organized resistance. Engineers, scientists, and military personnel began reverse engineering alien technology salvaged from downed ships and abandoned equipment. This allowed humans to develop new weapons, armor, and tactics tailored specifically to counter alien strengths and exploit their weaknesses. One of the most striking examples of this ingenuity was the creation of advanced human-made missiles. Unlike earlier crude rockets, these were designed with precision targeting systems and armor-piercing capabilities to neutralize alien ships, which lacked adequate defenses for prolonged combat. This was evident when the humans launched a missile at an alien troop transport ship that landed on Earth. The missile not only destroyed the transport, but also left a massive crater in San Francisco, serving as a grim reminder of humanity's growing capability to retaliate. The destruction of this ship not only marked a significant victory, but also sent a clear message. Humanity was no longer a helpless victim. The discovery and capture of an intact alien cure ship further amplified human efforts. The ship's warp drive and other advanced systems were carefully studied, giving Earth's resistance access to interstellar travel and more sophisticated technologies. The ship became a symbol of hope and defiance, stationed in what remained of Washington, D.C., as the Resistance's main base. Its presence boosted morale, demonstrating that humanity could not only defend itself, but also begin to take the fight to the alien invaders. As humans modified their newfound technology, they prepared for larger battles. They began crafting missiles designed to penetrate the weak armor of alien ships and disrupt their communications and command systems. The aliens, who had grown complacent after centuries of domination, were caught entirely off guard by this sudden surge in human capabilities. The once overconfident invaders now faced an adversary who could challenge them not only on Earth, but potentially in space as well. This counterattack signified a critical turning point in the conflict. Humanity's capacity for creativity, cooperation, and resilience became the driving force behind its survival and resurgence. Against all odds, the humans transitioned from being reactive to proactive, reclaiming control of their destiny. This ingenious counterattack was not only a testament to humanity's ability to adapt in the face of overwhelming odds, but also a harbinger of the larger-scale vengeance they were preparing to unleash on the alien empire. One of humanity's most pivotal moments in the conflict came when they successfully captured an alien cure ship. This wasn't merely a military victory, it was a monumental shift in the power dynamics of the war. The ship was intact, its warp drive functional, and its onboard systems undamaged. For the first time, humanity held in its hands the very tools used by their aggressors, granting them the means to bridge the technological gap that had once seemed insurmountable. The ship was transported to what remained of Washington, D.C., now the nerve center of Earth's resistance. This location, chosen for its symbolic value, became more than just a command base. It was a beacon of hope. The presence of the alien vessel signified that humanity could not only defend itself, but also seize and repurpose the technology of its enemies. In this way, the ship became a powerful psychological weapon, inspiring the remaining survivors to continue the fight against their invaders. Inside the ship, scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to unlock its secrets. The warp drive, in particular, became the focal point of their efforts. Humanity had long dreamed of interstellar travel, and now, through necessity and ingenuity, they were on the verge of achieving it. This newfound knowledge was more than just a tool for escape or exploration. It was a means to strike back at the alien empire that had devastated Earth. Beyond the warp drive, the ship also held data on alien communications, navigation systems, and weaponry. all of which were reverse engineered to strengthen humanity's defenses and expand its offensive capabilities. The technological leap provided by the alien ship also enabled humanity to enhance its own weaponry. Missiles were redesigned to exploit the glaring vulnerabilities in alien ship armor. Troops were equipped with advanced protective gear that rivaled the invader's own, making human soldiers far more effective in combat. The captured ship even provided insights into alien biological data, which allowed humanity to understand their enemies on a deeper level, psychologically, physically, and tactically. Moreover, the ship served as a rallying point for human morale. Its presence was a constant reminder that victory was possible, even against an overwhelmingly superior foe. It symbolized humanity's ability to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity, demonstrating that no matter how advanced their enemies were, human ingenuity and resilience could prevail. As news of the captured ship spread among the survivors, it united fragmented factions and encouraged global cooperation, with individuals from all walks of life contributing to the resistance effort. The reclamation of hope through the alien ship not only bolstered humanity's immediate survival, but also planted the seeds for its resurgence. With the technology they had seized, the humans were no longer confined to their poisoned planet. They now possessed the means to take the fight to the aliens on their own terms. The ship represented more than just a victory. It was a turning point in the war, a symbol of humanity's defiance, and a promise that Earth's vengeance would reach beyond the stars. As humanity began to adapt and grow stronger, a critical shift in tactics emerged. No longer content with being reactionary or defensive, humans started to embrace an offensive strategy. This shift was born not only out of necessity, but also out of a burgeoning sense of defiance, a refusal to be subjugated or erased by an alien empire that had grossly underestimated the resilience of Earth's people. The decision to take the fight directly to the aliens was as bold as it was dangerous. Humanity had learned, through their captured alien technology, about the location of the aliens' capital planet. This knowledge was a double-edged sword. It presented an opportunity for revenge, but it also highlighted the staggering risks involved in confronting an enemy at the heart of their power. Nonetheless, humanity decided that the only way to secure its survival and future was to strike at the very core of their oppressors. This boldness was further fueled by the psychological toll the aliens' invasion had inflicted on Earth's population. The poisoning of the atmosphere, the destruction of cities, and the decimation of life on the planet had ignited a collective rage among the survivors. This anger became a unifying force, turning despair into determination. The captured alien prisoners, once seen as invincible adversaries, were now subjected to the same mercy humanity had long wished for themselves. The humans' decision to treat these prisoners with dignity, despite their atrocities, sent a powerful message. Humanity was different. It was driven by a moral compass that its enemies seemed to lack. Human engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to enhance their capabilities. With their newfound understanding of alien technology, humanity began modifying its weapons and ships to exploit the weaknesses of the alien forces. Missiles were retrofitted to pierce the aliens' outdated defenses, and human troops were outfitted with armor that rivaled, if not surpassed, that of their enemies. These advancements allowed humanity to shift from a defensive posture to one of calculated aggression. The aliens, accustomed to easy conquests, were now faced with an opponent that not only resisted, but also adapted and retaliated. The most significant turning point came when humanity launched a single ship, a seemingly small force given the scale of the alien empire, to deliver a message to the alien capital planet. This ship, laden with missiles and brimming with human ingenuity, was not just a vessel of war. It was a statement of intent. The humans knew the odds were against them, but they also understood the symbolic power of their actions. The aliens, who had once viewed Earth as a minor inconvenience, were about to learn the cost of underestimating a species driven to the brink of extinction. Humanity's defiance culminated in a chilling message transmitted from their ship to the alien capital. You have awoken a people's rage that was already waking from its slumber. You have only fanned the flames of a fire that will soon consume you and what will remain of your empire in the aftermath. This declaration was not just a warning, it was a promise. The humans were no longer fighting for survival alone. They were fighting to ensure that the aliens would feel the weight of their actions, that their empire would crumble under the relentless force of human resolve. This shift in tactics and the awakening of humanity's defiance marked a new phase in the war. No longer were humans merely survivors. They had become warriors, united by a common purpose and fueled by a shared determination to reclaim their place in the universe. The alien empire, once secure in its dominance, was now confronted with a force it had never encountered before. A species that refused to die, a species that turned its suffering into strength, and a species that would stop at nothing to ensure that its rage was felt across the stars. With their newfound resolve, humanity shifted from being the hunted to the hunter. This counterattack was not a mere act of retaliation, but a calculated, strategic offensive designed to dismantle the alien empire that had sought to annihilate them. The humans' ability to reverse engineer alien technology and adapt it to their purposes was instrumental in this phase of the conflict, as it gave them the tools to challenge their enemies on an equal, if not superior, footing. The counterattack began with humanity deploying its modified arsenal, which included missiles retrofitted to penetrate the alien ship's previously impenetrable defenses. The first target was the alien capital planet, a bold move that exemplified humanity's unwillingness to cower in the face of overwhelming odds. Despite the alien empire's vast resources and technological superiority, their complacency had left them vulnerable. They had not faced a determined and adaptive adversary in millennia, and humanity was about to exploit this to devastating effect. The human fleet, though small compared to the alien armada, was driven by unparalleled determination and ingenuity. The centerpiece of this fleet was a single, heavily armed ship that carried not only advanced weaponry, but also the hopes and rage of an entire species. From this vessel, thousands of missiles were launched, many of which were nuclear. The sheer volume of the attack overwhelmed the alien defenses, exposing the vulnerability of an empire that had grown too confident in its supremacy. The alien capital was devastated in a matter of hours. The humans' precision strikes crippled the planet's infrastructure and military command, leaving the empire in disarray. This moment was a turning point in the war, a clear demonstration that the aliens' underestimation of humanity had cost them dearly. The once dominant empire, which had effortlessly crushed countless civilizations before, was now reeling from an attack it had never anticipated. But the human counterattack was not solely focused on destruction. Humanity's actions were also a message, a declaration of their resilience and a warning to their enemies. Even as they dismantled the alien empire's military capabilities, the humans sought to communicate their intent. They did not seek the wholesale extermination of the alien species, but rather justice for the atrocities committed against Earth. This distinction set humanity apart from their aggressors, showcasing a moral compass that remained intact even in the face of total war. The aftermath of the counterattack was catastrophic for the alien empire. Their fleets were scattered, their leadership in disarray, and their capital in ruins. The humans' message had been received loud and clear. Earth was not a weak, insignificant planet to be conquered at will. It was a beacon of defiance, a symbol of what happens when a species is pushed to its limits and fights back with everything it has. In the days that followed, humanity began to consolidate its gains. The captured alien prisoners were treated with the dignity and respect that the aliens had denied to humans, further highlighting the stark contrast between the two civilizations. This approach served both a practical and symbolic purpose. It ensured the cooperation of some alien factions while reinforcing humanity's moral authority in the eyes of its own people. The fall of the alien empire was a testament to humanity's resilience, adaptability, and unyielding spirit. What began as a fight for survival had transformed into a fight for justice and a reassertion of humanity's place in the universe. The aliens, who had once viewed humans as nothing more than pests to be exterminated, were now forced to reckon with a species that had not only survived but had risen to challenge their dominion. In the end, The counterattack marked the beginning of a new era. Humanity had proven that even in the face of near-total annihilation, it could endure, adapt, and triumph. The fall of the alien empire was not just a victory for Earth, but a warning to any other civilization that might underestimate the indomitable spirit of humanity. The message was clear. Humans were not just survivors. They were a force to be reckoned with, capable of reshaping the galaxy in their image. As humanity stood victorious over the alien empire, the emotional weight of their triumph was met with an equally heavy question. What should they do with their newfound power? Humanity's survival and rise had come at a great cost, not only to their alien oppressors, but also to their own moral compass. The destruction of the alien capital and the dismantling of their empire presented an ethical dilemma that no amount of technological advancement could easily resolve. Humanity's ultimate decision to spare the alien species, even after their own near extinction, was a defining moment in their history. It was a declaration of their values and a testament to their ability to rise above primal instincts for revenge. By sparing the lives of the alien prisoners, humanity sent a powerful message. While they were capable of waging war with unmatched ferocity, they were equally capable of mercy, compassion, and diplomacy. This act of restraint was not born of weakness, but of strength, a strength that recognized the importance of creating a future founded on peace rather than endless cycles of violence. The captured alien prisoners, initially expecting execution or enslavement, were instead treated with dignity. This approach bewildered the aliens, who had for so long operated under the assumption that strength came solely from domination. The humans' decision to allow their captives to live was not just an act of kindness. It was a strategic choice that would reshape the galaxy's perception of Earth. By choosing to build bridges rather than walls, humanity began to redefine its role from that of a victimized planet to a potential leader in galactic diplomacy. However, this choice was not without its challenges. There was significant debate among humanity's leadership and surviving population regarding the morality of sparing those responsible for Earth's devastation. For many, the scars of the initial attack were too fresh, the losses too personal, to consider forgiveness. Entire cities had been wiped out, countless lives lost, and the planet itself rendered uninhabitable. To many survivors, sparing the aliens felt like betraying the memory of those who had perished. Yet, humanity's leaders argued that this was an opportunity to rise above vengeance and embrace the ideals of justice and peace. The alien prisoners themselves became an unexpected source of insight. As they were interrogated and studied, some began to cooperate, providing valuable information about their civilization and its inner workings. These aliens, witnessing the humans' capacity for mercy, began to question the dogma of their empire. For centuries, they had been taught that their species was the pinnacle of evolution, destined to rule over lesser beings. Now, they were faced with a civilization that had defied every expectation, one that had fought back against impossible odds and still chosen the path of peace. Humanity's response to the alien prisoners also became a lesson in humility for their enemies. When asked why the humans were sparing their lives, the reply was simple yet profound. We are humans, and we came in peace. This declaration became a cornerstone of Earth's new identity in the galaxy, a reminder of the values they had fought so hard to preserve. The phrase was not just a statement of fact, but a declaration of intent, a promise that humanity would strive to uphold the principles of cooperation and mutual respect, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. This philosophy of mercy and restraint set humanity apart from the empire they had defeated. While the aliens had sought to destroy Earth out of a sense of superiority and fear, the humans chose to rise above hatred and forge a different path. Their decision to treat their captives humanely was not just an act of moral clarity. It was also a calculated move to ensure that the galaxy saw humanity as a civilization worth allying with, not one to fear or oppress. The moral dilemma of revenge versus restraint became a defining narrative in humanity's history. It showcased their ability to learn from the past and chart a course for a better future. The fall of the alien empire was not just a military victory, but a philosophical one, proving that humanity could endure its darkest moments without losing sight of its highest ideals. In sparing their enemies, humanity not only solidified their place in the galaxy, but also demonstrated that true strength lies in the ability to choose compassion over cruelty, even when vengeance seems justified. The climax of humanity's struggle against the alien empire culminated in an unforgettable warning, one that would resonate not only with the alien survivors, but also with the galaxy as a whole. In the aftermath of their unprecedented victory, humanity delivered a message that was equal parts declaration and caution. You have awoken a people's rage that was already waking from its slumber. You have only fanned the flames of a fire that will soon consume you and what will remain of your empire in the aftermath. This warning was more than just a statement of defiance. It was the culmination of humanity's journey from prey to predator, from victim to victor. It encapsulated the resilience and unyielding spirit that defined the human race throughout their darkest hour. The warning was not merely directed at their defeated enemies, but also served as a proclamation to the galaxy, signaling that humanity was no longer a species to be underestimated or trifled with. At its core, the warning was a reflection of the fire that had been ignited within humanity. After enduring near-total annihilation and the loss of their homeworld, humans had channeled their collective grief, anger, and determination into a singular purpose: survival and justice. The alien empire's initial assumption that humanity would crumble under the weight of their attack had been catastrophically wrong. Instead, the attempt to destroy humanity had unified them in ways no other force could have, forging a species capable of achieving what once seemed impossible. The warning also carried a deeper philosophical weight. It was not an outright promise of further violence, but rather a cautionary tale about the consequences of hubris and the folly of underestimating others. The alien empire had assumed its technological superiority and numerical advantage would guarantee an easy victory. They had failed to account for the intangible qualities that defined humanity: ingenuity, adaptability, and the indomitable will to fight for survival. These qualities, coupled with humanity's newfound unity, had turned what should have been an easy conquest into the Empire's ultimate downfall. The aftermath of the warning marked a turning point in humanity's relationship with the galaxy. No longer confined to Earth, humans now had the means to explore and expand beyond their solar system. The remnants of the alien empire became a stark reminder of the price of arrogance and the importance of coexistence. Humanity, having experienced firsthand the devastation of war, began to position itself not as conquerors, but as protectors, guardians of peace who had earned their place in the galactic community through struggle and sacrifice. The message was also a testament to the legacy humanity intended to leave behind. They had not sought war, but when war came to them, they responded with unmatched ferocity and resolve. Their warning served as a deterrent to any future aggressors, ensuring that the galaxy would think twice before threatening humanity again. At the same time, it was an invitation to those who sought peace and cooperation. Humanity's journey had taught them the value of alliances and the importance of building a future founded on mutual respect rather than fear. The final warning also spoke to humanity's understanding of its own history. For centuries, humans had grappled with the darker aspects of their nature: war, exploitation, and conflict. Yet, through their survival against the alien empire, they demonstrated that even in the face of extinction, they could rise above their base instincts. Their response to the alien threat was both a reflection of their past struggles and a declaration of their aspirations for the future. In the end, the warning marked the beginning of a new chapter for humanity. They had not only survived, but had emerged stronger, wiser, and more unified than ever before. The fire that had been kindled within them was no longer a destructive force, but a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit could endure and prevail. As they moved forward into the stars, humanity carried with them the lessons of their ordeal and the determination to build a legacy that honored both their past and their potential.